Alright. Okay, it's been a while, and it's a little overdue, but we're gonna do it now. We're gonna do it now. So I also like messed with the settings, so the audio should be louder now, and you should just be able to hear it. Like, because it's very like you just hardly hear it, like barely at all before. But I messed with the audio, so you should be able to hear it. But okay, anyway, here we go. Generation failure. There's a good chance that I can actually repeat this because I can beat this entirely pretty much every attempt I do. So we'll see. It's been a little bit since I beat it. It's been like a month, but. Well, alright, here we go. Anyway, floor 1 is pretty simple. There's really nothing to... I can't do the... Okay, I guess I can't do the first jump. I'm gonna quit. Okay, there we go. Alright, so, really nothing to say about this part. This, just jump on top of the ladder, don't climb in. This, wrap out and then hold W, so you land on it like that. This jump first person helps. Be careful on this, because, it's a little high up, so just align yourself like this, or like that. Make sure you get on the half stem, make sure you're on the half stem, not on, like, the very side of the cylinder, and do the wrap. So there's gonna be, like, a lot of, for the first 4 floors, there's a lot of, like, these sphere jumps here, that some people find to be really difficult. So, the best strat for them is to run off of them forward like this, and then shift sideways after you jump. It just makes it very simple. This conveyor, I usually go at a slight left angle like this, and then hold W, wait till I get to the edge, and then just hold A and wrap. It's pretty easy. It's a little hard at first, but like it takes a little bit to get the hang of. Sorry, I got completely disoriented. Someone messaged me. But, anyway, obviously the dark purple's not collidable, there's a little block right there you can land on. Flick around here, go over here. Oh, I stink. Okay, hold on, I gotta get back there. Okay, so, alright, so I somehow missed this, but just flick there. Okay, now, jump and wrap through. And go across the trusses. It says for normal. And now wrap here. Wrap like that. And a long jump there. These jumps are pretty self-explanatory. There's really nothing to say, but this one, maybe specifically, you want to go like this for. Jump forward and climb this. I'd recommend landing in these like kind of diagonally, like kind of like that. Alright. And then long jump there, and you're at the end of 1, and then on 2. And I'm gonna have to pause again for 1 second, so. Okay. So, sorry, I didn't have for a little bit, but, anyway, floor 2. So floor 2 is very simple as well. Nothing really gets confusing until you get to floor, like, 3. But, yeah, anyway, just run sideways and jump kind of late on that. And everything here is pretty self-explanatory. Nothing too crazy here. For this time button section, run forward on this and shift sideways. And if you bump, then that's fine. Just keep doing it like that. It works most of the time, but like sometimes it'll be like, you know. There we go. Alright. So, floor 2. Second half. This is not much harder. Just make sure you don't hit your head here. Get onto like the very, like, you can get way farther on this than you think you can. Like, you go like around it here, and then long jump over here. Some people jump over here too, and that's fine too. Doesn't really matter what you do. And then, yeah, you should be fine there. This jump's pretty hard, So, inch up to the very edge, and jump and grip the truss. Try to grip, like, the kind of the corner, but you can, like, grip the front of it if you jump late enough. Oh, okay, yeah, don't fall off of that, but go all the way to the very left, and then just shift lock flick down here. Okay, and then end of 2, so the spinning section is pretty simple. Long jump here. If you fail the long jump, you can just jump back down to the spinning thing. You don't have to walk around this, but I'm gonna do it because I have it for swag points. Jump onto this in first person and flick. I don't like jumping to the side. You can also jump to the side if you really wanted to, but it really doesn't matter. Okay. So this is so you can basically just go to 3 here because you could just do that. That's technically a skip, which is really weird because I don't really know what the thought process behind that was, but anyway, you're supposed to go here and then go up here. And then I just go at a side angle, just run forward for both of them. Okay. Yeah. So that doesn't skip a checkpoint, so you'll be okay if you do it. It's only like what, 4 jumps? Doesn't really matter. But yeah. Excuse me. All right. Anyway, first stick out 3 isn't too bad. And then this jump, just make sure you jump a little late. So for this, okay, this is where like the first strat comes in. So align yourself in the middle of the stud with like this, and then turn towards the ball at like an angle, not completely this way, but like at an angle, so you climb it like that. Tap S a few times to climb down, and then go into first person and hold W and A, and you should fall down to here. And now, hold on, I have to pause again. Okay, so this walk around. So what we want to do is you want to line up at the center of this stud, and then just hold W, and then just start holding D as well, and walk around. Do the same thing for that one. Flip through. Just get downward momentum there. All right, press this button. I recommend getting E-Dance 2 copied before you do it, but like it only took me 5 seconds. So, you know, run off this forward, shift sideways, and go up here to this blue button. Wow, that was sad. Okay, hold on. Okay, got back here fairly quickly, but don't fail this stick out. That was really sad. I don't know how I failed that. But anyway, so to climb this, only walk onto it, but don't go too far or you'll stop gripping. And then just flick and land here, and you'll hit the button. Make sure you get onto the half stud, and you're not like on the side the side of the cylinder. So if you wrap in too early, you'll get stuck on the seam between the purple and the blue. So you want to like go out a little bit and wrap around. It's pretty hard to wrap. And then again, make sure you're on the blue, wrap, and make sure you're on the blue and wrap. This section's pretty easy. Even if you fall doing that section, once you come back, you'll still have this platform. The buttons don't deactivate, so you'll be fine. Anyway, up here. Okay. So, this section's pretty easy. Just keep in mind that this jump's pretty long. So just jump late, and if you fail it, sometimes you can save up here, and you can just save back to the kill brick, but I didn't, so I have to get back there. Okay, we're not gonna fail this jump this time. There we go. That jump is pretty far, so you should be careful there. Just wrap tightly there, and then get up on top of this. And now you get this netted section on 3. Just jump over this, and then just walk around this one, and go here. And this part's pretty easy. There's really nothing to say about this. Jump in place so you can see what the gap is before you do that jump. Alright, and you get this pink button. So, this pink button people find is a massive difficulty spike, to be fair. And a lot of people just drop down to the beginning of 3, because if you do that and you get back up to this like big net right here, you could just drop down to here, which is the end of the pink button. And the button doesn't deactivate, but to do the pink button, what I do is I just like align up to the edge like this, wrap around, and miss the jump because I stink. Okay. Okay, back to this. So, actually wrap like a normal, like awesome person this time. There we go. You gotta stay pretty close to that wall. and so you just don't fail it because I stink, but, you know, it's fine. Jump out, and then go back in. Wrap out. And then you can climb this and jump to here, but I usually just wrap out and then hold W. Hold A. Turn to the left, or just turn out a bit before doing that. Oh, god dang it, I hate this tower. Okay, so I don't know why I failed the jump here, but... Stop it! Oh my Jesus Christ. Once again, a third freaking try at this freaking jump. There we go. Okay, that was annoying. I don't know why I couldn't do that jump. You literally just wrap out, and I just couldn't do it, but it's fine. Anyway, wrap out a little bit and hold W and like flick in, kind of like that, and then bam. Okay, we're done with the pink button. No more of that. Holy crap, that was so annoying. I failed it like 4 times. Usually I can first try it, but not that time. Okay, whatever. Anyway, jump down here and flick in. You can also climb this like a ladder if that makes it easier for you. It doesn't really matter. For this jump, don't be stupid. Just jump and flick up here, because just in case you miss it, you just land here. Makes that much more simple. Anyway, jumps to 3 outside are pretty difficult, specifically this one. Just line up to the edge and long jump, and just turn accordingly. Run off of this forward, jump and shift sideways, long jump, and you're on 3 outside. Okay, so 3 outside, this is like the first like major roadblock in the whole tower. This outside's pretty hard compared to the rest of it, or compared to the rest of the tower, but shouldn't be too bad. Anyway, so what I do is I stand back here and I run jump late to get around that wall, the right side. Same thing here. Get up on top of this kill brick. Okay. And then for this corner rap's pretty hard. But what you do is you just make sure so you see how your leg kind of like sinks into the block here? You don't want that. So you want to jump into the edge so your leg is not sinking into the block. Then just do a long jump and do the wrap. It'll work much better. Now, what is wrong with me? Okay, well, anyways, I don't know why I let that happen. But, if you do fall outside the tower, go up to, like, the corner and just press F and you can corner flip back in. I don't know how many... Some people didn't know that, but you can flip in. So, that is something you can do. So, I'm gonna run back there really quick. Because I don't want to VM through this. I want to beat it. But, you know. Okay. Why? So, I don't know how I failed that. I'm so garbage. But anyway, just keep tapping W to, like, push against here. Turn and wrap and climb like that. That's what I find to be easiest here. Long jump here. Just make sure you do a long jump because you can get bumped off easily by that. I like to set this up backwards and just wrap like that. You can also climb like the little corner right here if you really wanted to. So this jump, I just jump forward because so there's a little part below this wedge right here that allows you to like climb it better. I can just show it. Like, I shouldn't be able to climb this low on a wedge. Like, if there was no part here, I would not be able to do this. But yeah, basically just jump forward and climb it like a wedge. But I know some people jump off to forward and shift sideways. That works too. Okay. So just turn in, just wrap. And just jump down here. Try not to turn too early, so you don't like lodge between the wall. And also just be careful with this wall right here, because as you can see, there's like a little part up here, and one of my friends got like bumped on that, and when they jumped down here, they went boing, and then just went down. So try not to hug that wall when you're jumping down here. Back up to the edge here and wrap out. Down here. Wrap, and then, so aim for the corner like this and just jump forward. Wrap around it like that. Go against the wall like this. And then turn and jump. And then, alright, here's the last hard jump of the outside. But you want to inch down until you pop up like that. And then just hold D and wrap accordingly. And make sure you get on the half stud and jump like that. 3 outside. Pretty difficult, but you get the hang of it. as you can, like, I'm pretty good at it. I don't know why I failed that, like, thing at, like, near the start of it. That was really sad. But, yeah. It's a pretty hard outside to get down, but as long as you got, like, the strats for it, it should be okay. Walk up this diagonally, and then do this. Do this walk around. It's pretty simple. Alright, end of 3. So, run forward, shift sideways, you know, it's the usual. I'm probably gonna tell you to do that for, like, every single one of these kind of jumps. But yeah. Floor 4. Okay. Yeah, and end of 3 is pretty self-explanatory. That wrap is a little high over here, though, so just letting you know. Okay. Now, here we go. So, floor 4 is, interesting. This floor is definitely a lot more strat-based than the rest, so, here we go. So, it starts off with this, like, mass walk-around section. And if you fail it, you go down here and you just do the end of 3 again. Not really a big deal, but, it does get a little tedious, and the last jump is something weird. So, I just want to make sure, okay, so basically you basically just do the walk-arounds. There's really no strats for any of them, you just kind of do them. I mean, this one, you just want to turn a lot, I guess. Again, no real strats, it's just this. I like to do like a hitter here and like push against the wall so I land here and then like that. Alright, so this is the last jump before, or the last jump before outside. So this jump is pretty strange, but I like to align with this part of the stud texture, turn a little bit to the left, and then just jump up. And you sometimes will climb it, but it's a little difficult. It's kind of hard to get the hang of, but once you do, it works like most of the time. We'll try it again. There we go. Yeah. You just really want to aim for the corner and just try to climb it. That's really it. But yeah, that strat worked pretty well. Alright, so this part of 4. So, you can climb this little section here, but I only recommend doing it the last lap. So there's like 3 kind of quote-unquote laps here. So the first one is to get this red button, then you're going to go back. This is the second lap, and you hit a red button over, and you have to come back again. It's a 3rd lap, I guess I'd call it. But, alright. So this jump, just try to get on the red thing, and then wrap to the half stud, and then just realign yourself on it to go, like, to wrap up to the cylinder. Wrap around here. Wrap around, and then go on these 1 studs, and then you should hit the button, and it's gonna make you go back again. So, but it gets harder each time. This is the only one I'd recommend climbing for, because it's a little difficult. And climb the ladder, flick, wrap over here, alright. And then this, just hold W and D, and you should just be able to walk around it fine. So I've seen a lot of different strats for this jump, but my strat is to walk down until you pop up-ish, like that. Jump in place once, and then jump again, and land as so. I know some people like to go like right here, push against this, and then run left and keep running, and then do the wrap. That works too, but that double jump thing is just something I've always done. When doing these wraps, I'm just going to tell you right now, don't jump after you land, because since these are cylinders, they have very weird properties, and sometimes they'll do some weird stuff. You could try it out in practice if you want, but just I'm telling you right now, don't double jump when landing on either of these 2 things right here. Okay, so this is a soft lock section. Align yourself in the middle of the ball, like a middle front, kind of, like this. Look up at these studs here. Go to this stud in particular, the middle on the right, and look at the very left corner of it. And then run forward and jump and shift. That is a strat that I think I came up with that myself. So I'm kind of proud of that, but maybe I didn't. I'm not completely sure. But okay. So for this jump, if you look through the ground here, as you can see, it's tilting a lot. So you can see like the little peak of it right here, but you want to go a little bit farther than the peak, and then jump late and land. and just make sure you get around the wall, and then you do the soft lock. So that soft lock isn't very hard. The only hard jump of it is like probably the first one, the ball with the strat that I showed you. But it's just being careful for the rest of them. But alright, these are some pretty basic wraps. They're kind of far though, so just be careful. I'm gonna go down here. Alright, S wrap. So, what I do is I just back up, push myself out a little bit, and then just wrap and land like that. I didn't explain that very well. But just make sure you push yourself out a lot and then wrap, but don't wrap too tightly because there's a considerable gap here. But just make sure you turn, like, leisurely, I guess, is a good way to explain it. Alright. This is, like, the last, like, strat-based jump of 4. So, contrary to what we've done before, where we slid down the ball and popped up, like so, contrary to that, you want to be more towards the wall here, and you'll want to inch down so your legs are still inside the ball, and then wrap around. So having your leg inside the ball, or the cylinder, or whatever the heck you want to call it as such, will give you more height when you wrap, and you just want to wrap like tightly around the wall and land like around here. You want to make the distance as close as possible. But yeah. Okay. So this is an E-Dance 2 on a wedge. So, this thing can be really annoying, but I found that doing this backwards works very well. So if you get into like the middle of it like this, and you E-Dance 2, and you just go right through it. It's kind of hard to get, but just keep doing it, and you'll get it eventually. There we go. You just gotta make sure you time it right. But yeah, doing that backwards is much easier than doing it any other way, I've found. You can also, I guess, you can low FPS teleclip through the wall if you really don't want to deal with it. If you care that much about it, but jump's a little far. This jump is pretty far, so don't underestimate this jump for sure. This part is pretty self-explanatory. Nothing to be said here. I really have nothing to say about this part. It's pretty simple. I guess that wrap right there is kind of far, but it ain't too bad. Alright. Okay. So for this jump, I like to stand on the kill brick, jump in place, and then start holding W, and you should fall down and grip it like that. That jump is pretty scary, but that is certainly a tricky jump, and if you do fail it, you're going right back down to basically 3 outside. It's a little scary, but yeah. Anyway, floor 5. So floor 5 is one of the easier floors, right before the hardest floor in my opinion. But yeah, it's not too bad, and yeah, good job making it here if you did, because the first 4 floors are pretty tricky to get down, but once you get them down, they shouldn't be too much of a problem. Alright, I need to pause the recording, so I'll be right back. Okay, doing this again. Sorry for the really choppy run with the many pauses. There's just something going on, and I have to pause quite a bit, but it's okay. Anyway, for the start of 5, it's pretty self-explanatory. There's really nothing to do here. So for this jump, just jump and tap W into the wall, just like that one jump on 4. And then, jump and climb it. Wrap. Oh, dude. Okay, so I don't know why I'm throwing on those kind of jumps. Like the stickouts. I'm doing so badly on them. Okay, again, not sure why I'm throwing on those kind of stickouts, but just make sure you inch up to the edge and just, you know. Okay, so, this is a soft lock. It's not very hard, I do that, just make sure you jump before you do every single long jump, just to ensure that you get the jump. But yeah, most of these jumps are just far, but as long as you jump before every single one, you should be alright, as long as you take the time and you don't rush them. Just like that. Alright, So, they'll hide buttons from you for the rest of the floor. You will be required to get all of them or else you can't pass. So, there's 5 buttons from this point up until the end of 5. And, so the first one's right behind the sign. Don't let that fool you. This is just wrap. Oh, this jumps pretty far. Just make sure you jump late. And now this button over here, so this button's interesting. There's 2 ways you can get it. So you can it'll either be like the second button you get or the second last button you'll get. So, the way that you get that as the second button is if you inch up, like I usually inch up, so like my mouse is in like the center of the stud here, and I turn out, and then jump. Okay, well, you know, if I'm actually able to jump, usually I get the button right then and there. But, yeah, I get jump. Okay, we're gonna actually jump this time, right? Right? There we go. Okay. Oh my. Oh my. Excuse me for, like, the crappiest tower generation failure run you'll ever see in your whole life. But, anyway, this part's pretty simple. And there's nothing to it. This stickout's pretty actually kind of hard. Just gonna make sure you turn in quickly. So this jump, you gotta, like, make sure you inch up to the edge and then just jump forward and grip it and climb. Third button, right there. And now, it's pretty simple here. A fourth button. Oh, there's 6 buttons. But, I thought there was 5. Yeah, hit the button, wrap down to the neon down here. But your, like, torso, kind of like, so, like, where the part where, like, your torso splits with your legs, like, you want to, like, line up with, like, that line right here. And then, long jump, and you should make it up here. And this is how you can make this button your second last button. You can just drop down from up here if you don't want to do, like, this jump rate, like, from here to here. This thing just appeared once you hit the button, so it makes the jump back easier, but I stink, so I'd not make it. But, yeah. That you can also do that. You'd have to do this whole section over here again, but it's not too bad. So, whatever you prefer. Right, line up like the middle here, like that. Last button. That's in the second last button. Keep forgetting how many buttons there are. But the last one's pretty much unmissable. You get this netted section. Okay, and that's the last button. That's all of them. And then there's like a little puzzle. You just push the wall back, spawn the box, and then push it. And yeah, it's pretty simple. Pretty easy puzzle. Long wrap. Again, also long wrap. Definitely don't want to miss that one, because there's a good chance you could fall into 4 soft lock if you fail that. Box pushing. Riveting gameplay. There's really nothing to say about this. It's really easy. Last of 5. So this is probably the one I'm gonna fail because I've been failing these types of jumps like the whole time. But you just and failing. But, alright, floor 6. This is like the hardest floor by a long shot. There's some pretty good strats for it though. So it's pretty simple to start off with. Just make sure you inch up to the edge of every block. For this one in specific, line up forward and then shift at the end. Climbing. Go to like the top third to the top set of studs around here, and then wrap tightly. Nothing's just these jumps are just kind of far, so just don't underestimate them. This little dark part of the wall here is not collidable, so aim for that. Oh, okay. Oh, that's not what I meant to do, but I need to show this anyway. if you fall anywhere on top of this, like, hill brick thing, you can just head all the way back over here. It literally doesn't matter. You can be, like, all the way over there. You just kind of just sneak your way back around to here. So that's what you do if you fall on top of that. Alright, so, this. So, some people do it over here, because it's, safer, and, you have less of a chance of falling, but even if you do it here, you just land here. So, I don't know. I like doing all the right, because it's more just my dominant side, but, just tap W while you're, like, falling down to the conveyor, so you, like, kind of stay in place like this, and then just wrap one of the times. That jump's just muscle memory. You'll get it down eventually, as long as you keep doing it. Stick out, and then make sure you go all the way back here before jumping up here so you don't head hitter, and you get all aligned with these small studs. Just kidding. Then outside. So this jump's pretty hard. It's pretty far, but I usually line up with this wall, inch to the edge, and turn, and then just do a long jump. And, okay, usually you'll grip the ladder, but I just didn't grip it there. But, if you're down here, the best thing you can do is to just go down to the end of 4, and then you gotta do 5 again. But it's not too big a deal, since 5 isn't too hard. Okay, take 2. I'm not really sure why I failed it, but... Are you kidding? Dude! Took me almost 20 minutes to get back because when I fell to 5, I accidentally pressed R and my reset was on instant because I was playing Vacant Hindrances, so I accidentally reset. And then I had to do it all again, but it didn't take very long. Anyway, so I don't know why I keep failing this. Please, line up, you long jump, that's how it's done. You gotta make sure you jump late. They don't do what I did twice in a row. Like that. Oh, come on, I can't catch a break with this outside. Okay, please. Okay, I don't know what happened last time. It just didn't work. And I swear, I swear I'm consistent at this tower. Like, I reset and I got back up in less than 20 minutes. Like, I am consistent, but I'm really not showing it right now. I don't know what's happening. But anyway, alright, so what you gotta do for this is, you wanna back up. You wanna turn, and you wanna wrap, like, kinda, like, swiftly. Just make sure you back up, and you don't wanna, like, squeeze yourself in between the wall, because if you don't go at, like, a straight angle, you'll get stuck between the wall. You're gonna walk through here. This part's pretty easy. Just make sure you actually line up every jump you do, because if you don't, some bad things happen. But this one, turn all the way, and then only, like, wiggle around the pole when you're nearing it. Just jump. You can do either forward or backwards, but turn a lot and, like, flick in. So, you go through the gap. That's a one jump soft lock, by the way. If you get stuck down there, you can heli clip out. But other than that, I don't think there's any way out. So you can use heli here, and it makes it like much easier to get on the ladder because you can just go under it like this. But if you don't, walk into it sideways, you push, hold space a little bit, and then go into first person. You should get stuck under it. Only hold space very, 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 very lightly. Hold on. Okay. What the heck? Anyway, don't inch up too close to the edge. Just go like about here and then turn forward, and the wedge will push you onto the ladder. Now, inch over to the side, climb down, go into first person around here. So like around here. And then just first person turn, such as that. Now high jump up here. And you can grip, this is the ladder. if that makes it easier for you, but I just jump and I just, yeah, pretty simple. Okay, this section is boring, so we gotta do this boring section here. It's just head hittering. It is super easy and it takes a long time, and it wouldn't be such a big deal if you could just pass the floor, like, every time you do it. Like, you wouldn't have to do it so often, but there's one specific jump, which you probably know, that stops you from doing that. So, I just love when the shovers just push you forward. Or you can walk, it really doesn't matter. Head hitter. Turn, go here and then slowly turn forward so it pushes you down. Just jump sideways and through the gaps. Alright, so these two jumps are pretty hard. If you fail these, you have to do all 6 again, which kind of stinks, but that jump's easy. But this one, you gotta turn a lot and, like, wrap but turn really far. Alright, and now here. So, I usually like to just climb this and then slowly inch myself to the corner. Tapping D. Make sure you tap W before you climb down. Just jump. Alright, this, I have a good strat for this. So, put yourself here. Alright, hold on, I gotta send a clip to... Did they ask for it? Okay, there we go. So, go like around here, just turn to climb the ladder, inch to the left, so you're like to the left of that stud texture, so about here. Turn to the right very slightly, and then hold S, jump off, and then hold A right after you jump off. Like, switch from holding, so once you hold S and jump, switch from holding S to A, and go like that. Pretty simple. Anyway, I'll line up with the middle of this, just the same thing as the one on floor 3, and just turn and hold W and D. Make sure you climb the left side of this ladder. You can climb a little block there, so these darker parts are not collidable. Just walk across the gap. Make sure you get downward momentum for this. And okay, yep, stick out, okay. So, usually what I do is I align with... I have to do it quickly or else I'm going to fail it. And I really don't feel like failing it. So, you align with this stud texture right here. You turn a little bit to the left or out, whatever way you want to say it. And then you wrap. You jump late and wrap like this. Oh, come on. I almost first tried it. But yeah, essentially that's what you do. Okay, attempt 2. There we go. Okay, yeah. See, I have to do it fast, or else I'll fail it. I got really close that first time though. But yeah, that's like the most consistent strat that I've found for that. It is not 100%, but it's more often than not. So it's pretty good. Anyway, end of 6 is just really just not choking. It's not very hard. Like, kinda, you know, yeah.
And now, on today's program.
Okay. But yeah, pretty self-explanatory, and you get this thing. So, this wedge. So, strategy here is just push yourself against the wall, be at like a slight right angle, so you can like push yourself down the wedge, get to like the bottom of it, wrap out, and turn forward to get back on the wedge, and this. So inch out, keep tapping W at like this angle to keep pushing yourself, and then hold D and jump. And that part's pretty easy. Alright, and you get this timed button. So this part's pretty fast paced. The only thing that you really need to note is that don't jump from the corner. So this little block down here, just don't jump from the corner, and you'll be okay. Just hit the button. Don't jump from the corner. Make sure you stick yourself out of this gap before jumping. And hop up here. Okay, floor 7. So 6, pretty difficult floor, but it does get consistent. It does get consistent. But don't worry about it. What the fuck? Okay, thank you a lot. Okay, anyway, so, there's like a billion buttons here. Which one do you do first? So these 3 right here all have at least one unsafe part. So I want to do this one first. Up. So this one's like, this one has an outside, so if you fail it, you run kind of over. But, yeah. So, here we go. This is nothing else. There's nothing to say about this. Really easy. Okay. The outside. So, oh, not the outside. We're not there yet. The game decided that I don't want to be there yet. I guess I'm not there yet. Okay, the outside, for real decide. So, this is like a ladder flick. You just kind of line up to the edge and just flick around the wall. Just make sure you get a good... The really only thing to explain is you just get a good turn. Just try to jump late and get a good turn, but you're not done after you pass that. You still gotta do this part. So this, wrap out and flick in, as such. And then you did it. Okay, that part's easy. Alright, and then second, I like to do this one, which is a, this one does have soft locks. There's only like one, so it's not too bad. But you get this, like, this low jump. Jump a few times, make sure you get used to the low jump. There's this, and the one right next to it is also a soft lock. So just don't fall here. So you can either jump from the back here and land here perfectly, like that, or you can jump from the front, but you'll hit your head on this, so you just gotta make sure you push against it. This is not a soft lock if you fail here. If you do fail here, go all the way over here, and this wall is flippable, and you can flip inside, I believe. This is the only other unsafe jump. Just make sure you jump late. Yeah. Oh, this is also unsafe. So, doesn't matter. But, yeah. Once you pass those, you're safe. Because then you can walk all the way out to here, and you can flip out, and you can try the section again, but you don't want to have to do that again. So, you know, make sure to, like, be all the way back here for this. Wrap around. Wrap. Wrap. This. Okay. Stay close to the wall, and then this is a really far jump, like, really, really far. You gotta, like, jump really late and just stay close to the cylinder, like, really close to it. There's the flip, by the way. And then this long jump, and okay. That one's done. And this black one has 2 unsafe jumps, but they're both fairly easy. They're over soft blocks, but I'm pretty sure you can low FPS heli clip out of the pink one as well as this one. This is a clip. That's a clip. Alright, this is one of the jumps, so line up and wrap. Pretty simple. Like this, wrap out and flick in. Stand on like the corner, just walk. This is the other unsafe jump, just make sure you get out from under it. But I'm pretty sure you can just... I don't think you can low FPS heli clip out of this one, actually. Oh no, you... Can you? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you might be able to, I'm not sure. Anyway. Yay. Right here, keep tapping space, and then just, like, until you get around here, and then just keep tapping the key until you just let it push you out. Try not to blink, just make sure you're playing yourself, really, that's about it. Because you're basically guaranteed to 8 now, as long as you don't disconnect or leave. But, wrap up this, climb it. Again, push yourself out until you can start tapping the key. Push yourself out that way. Climb down this, and flick down. And then this is a hard jump. It's like a head hitter, but it's kind of far. But yeah, if you fall down to here, you can like high jump up to here. If you don't want to do that section again. But yeah. Anyway, that's all the unsafe buttons. And now you go to the safe buttons. First safe button you should do is probably this one. Because it's ladder flicks, and this thing sucks. So, it's literally just flicking. There's no strategies involved. It's just flicking. Like, how good are you at ladder flicks? And unfortunately, I'm not crazy at them. So, this may take me a little while. But yeah, I usually like to go to onto the corners for the long flips like that. Hopefully I can just first try this right here, right now, and not have to deal with any of this, because it's not miserable. This button's miserable if you get unlucky. Oh, okay. Well, this may take a while. Okay, back to the ladder. I don't know why I failed this. It's really easy, but gonna do that. And then this last one's pretty hard, but you just flick, fine, and that's the end of it. Just got one more long jump. Don't fail that. Okay, done with all the annoying ones. Now the rest. I'm gonna do the red one. It's the button hunt. So there's 7 buttons you gotta find. And yeah. So the first one's up here. They're all kind of like really hidden. The little part of it's like poking out. So that's one. And then I get up here and walk all the way over here, and then second one right there. Third one in here. Fourth one under here. Fifth one is inside of this cylinder. It's kind of like you can like see it very like vaguely, whatever, not vaguely. And then the 6th and the 7th ones are in a little odd positions, with the 6th ones down here. I don't know what happens if you get stuck on this kill brick. I really don't know what happens, but you really shouldn't want that to happen anyway. Not that big a deal. So there's like a weird maze thing, but it's really simple. So you just like stay on the outskirts until you get to this gap right here, go inside, and just wedge yourself until you hit the button. And that's the end of that section. Pretty easy. Alright, button 7 is under this. You got shift lock under it, and then you gotta fall in the hole. And then you gotta do this little mini section here, which is just mainly long jumps. Pretty easy. Hit the button. And go back up. And you're done with that section. Really easy button hunt. Now you got the green. So green is like mirror platforms, kinda. But it starts off normal. The jump is really far. So you just gotta go. So this is where it starts. You gotta look through this. You gotta look through the glass here, and you can see that there's actually no platform here, but it shows here. But you can kind of just see it without it, though. Like, you can see that this is transparent very slightly. So just to the edge, wrap, and then this one. So that's 3 studs wide. This one's only 2 studs wide. And just wrap into the center, and go from here and wrap to here, and that's the end of the section. There's really nothing else. You don't have to walk around that. But that's the end of there. It's only really those few jumps, and then you're done with that button. White. White's pretty easy. Careful with this walk around. It is kind of over the void, but as long as you're holding W, you really shouldn't fall in the void. There's flips over here if you get stuck on this kill brick. There. Wrap out and flick in. Climb this. Go up here. This upcoming jump right here is really long, so make sure you set it up. And that's that white button. And now we only have to do the yellow button. So the only hard part of the yellow button is like the ending. The ending is I don't have the music on. What am I doing? Throwing. Okay, but yeah, yellow button, pretty simple. It's super simple. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to say about this part. Well, the gameplay in this tower is actually really simple. It just looks intimidating. Jump out and then hold W, and then turn sideways, and then just walk sideways. And now this is still a hard jump, but make sure you just like inch up to the edge and just not slip off of it. Okay. Just inch up to the edge and just wrap out and jump late, and you should be able to climb it like that. Pretty simple. Yeah, you're just gonna know how physics work, I guess, or just how slope jumps work, not physics. Alright, anyway, that's all the buttons, and once you get all of them, go to the big blue one, and you get like this like homage thing. Obviously it's not homage, but much easier. Like the only real hard jump of it, it's kind of far. But if you want to skip something, you can do like a this kind of head hitter. Like, see, I just got a lot of height there, and you can grip this thing from down here. So you don't just skip that section entirely. Getting on this ladder is kind of annoying. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't work, but you can just... yeah. It's not really that big a deal. So, long jump. Alright. Yeah, that's... if you use T-pose, it'll let you go up it nicely, but just keep tapping W. It's gonna make you like go around the truss and weird things, but like you'll get up eventually. Anyway, yay for 8. So 8's pretty free. No, I'm joking. It's not. It is if you use T-pose though. And you'll see why. So the spinning section, just jump really late on the part. Like if you're going to the right, if you're like going in the direction that it's spinning, make sure you just jump really late. And then if you're going the opposite direction of it, just go, just jump kind of, you don't have to jump as late. Anyway, if you get up to here, you can't make the jump here. I think you can. Never mind. But yeah, you can, there's like extra parts like right here that you can do, but you don't even have to do it. You can just jump straight from the one with the little ladder right here. It doesn't really matter either way. Okay, so the soft lock. So, this jump, I like to go up to it and just kind of lodge my way through, like wrap in and then just lodge around halfway. So, like, slows my fall. Okay. So this is like the elevator section. A lot of people hate this section. It's really hard, but it's not actually that hard. It's free if you use T-pose though. You can set your hitbox really far like that. But, I'm not gonna use T-pose. But, usually for this one, I start bouncing on my elbow, kind of like that. And I just go around. This one, I like to go into shift lock in ghost mode. Inch out so only my arm is hitting it. Like, so I'm off of it, but only my arm's hitting it. And you just time it really well. That is really hard, and you have to practice that a lot. But, yeah. The rest is easier. Again, get on your arm. Turn. Be careful, you kind of hit your head here. Turn. Bounce. And land. Okay. Make sure you get around the ones and poles here. You can land sideways here. Like, and have your arm hitting the thing. If you're like on the outside of this pole, you can have your arm hitting this. But like, just try not to let that happen. That kind of suck. This wrap's a little hard. So you gotta like go like into it. And you gotta like turn. You gotta like turn really well. Like you gotta like turn really quickly when you start the wrap. But then you gotta like wait to turn again because you gotta get around the whole wall. That jump's pretty hard. This jump into it sideways, and then just hold S and hold W. Pretty easy. This jump. Corner, turn in ghost mode, and just wrap. So yeah, that section's pretty hard. You just practice it enough, you should be fine. Make sure you're completely healed for this section. You just hit the button. just jump in the corner. Flat against the wall like that. And yeah, as you can see, I'm not taking like any damage. Like, it's really simple. Like you'll get hit sometimes, like there. But like for the most part, you're gonna stay above like 80 HP. Really, really difficult, guys. Really hard. Okay. Once the gap section. Just gonna like jump the gap once the gap. Bounce on this. Alright, this is like a double kind of wrap thing. I do in ghost mode, just that. You can go up to this platform if you want, but I think jumping from here is much easier. Okay. That one's kind of set up for you. Go up, and you're on floor 9. So, 9 has its infamous outside. Really cool and fun and awesome. But yeah, break time. If you don't walk around these, you're really not cool. And you're really lame and stuff. If you don't walk around those. But yeah, 9 outside. This outside's pretty scary. But it's not too hard. There are some things I would like to mention though. Inch up to here. Climb down a little bit and get downward momentum. Click up. For this jump, I like to hold W and D and push myself into the wall like so. And then just flick. That jump can be done many different ways, but that's the way I always do it. I just turn right and put myself in like a crevice there and just flick. You can hit this button, but you don't have to go immediately. You just stand here. But something I would like to mention is this trust bounce at the end. Sometimes this trust bounce can be really weird. And if you can't get it in time, like if you're starting to run out of time, you can jump from this corner all the way down here to this little pitchfork thing. And you can jump over to here and go all the way back up to the beginning of 9 outside. There's a lot of people that don't know that, so I thought I'd bring that up. But yeah, if you're running out of time on that trust bounce, just do that. It's simple. Anyway, this button section isn't too hard. I just need to hope that I don't get like stupided on the trust bounce. But yeah, flick from that side. So you can get very easily stupided here, but I did not, so we're good. But yeah, you kind of like just jump out and then hold W and bounce on the truss and go up. But yeah, you can see here, you can jump from here all the way down to here if you need to. This ladder, just turn and then do a head hitter. Okay, so this is like the con jump, like the hard jump, but it's really not that hard. You just inch up to the edge and you just wrap, stay really close, and just try to land it right here. Super simple. Go in that first person, and then just do this elevator section. It's really easy. Shouldn't have too much trouble with it. Done. Okay. There. So, 9 inside. So, this is like, this jump right here is like the hardest jump ever made. It's so hard, but, you just do this section. Nothing to explain. Just kind of do it. Line up in between these two studs right here and just turn sideways and just jump. And then this one's a little funny, but what you're supposed to do here is you gotta line up. So you turn sideways, but you want to be like in the middle of the pole as such, like so your side's in like the middle of the pole and you jump in place and it should work perfectly fine. All right, so that part was not a soft lock, but this part is a soft lock, so don't fail from here on out. But if you do fail, you can just low FPS heli out the wall if you really wanted to. Not too bad. And then you the only thing you have to do is you would have to do I believe 8 and 9 again. 8 and 9 outside. But they're not too hard. So if you don't care about soft lock escapes, you're kind of almost basically beat it, but there is one more soft lock that you can't escape, I believe. So here, line up the edge, turn a little bit to the right, jump in place, and do a long jump. This trust flick, just doing shift flick up, step off. You can walk around here, you don't have to, but you're more legit than my fart if you do that. But anyway, just go really slow on this, push all the way, go forward here, jump and shift sideways, and then again, go slow. You really shouldn't fail if you go slow. Alright, this is the unescapable soft lock here, so this first jump is pretty dang far. Let's do that. And so for this stupid wedge thing, line up so your left leg is about halfway off the platform, turn to the right, and then turn and wrap, and just keep turning so you land like this. Doing that, going forward that way is way easier than going back, I'll tell you that right now. Make sure you stay really close to the wall there. This jump, you gotta hit the button with your arm, JToH's off the sticks. That's super easy. Ooh! But, yeah, if you don't want to use JToHs, you gotta be very careful. And then for going back is super easy. Just line up to the edge, don't turn at all, and just wrap. Then this, just, again, turn around the wall. Just stay close to it, and, yeah. You're really close to beating it at this point. Like, pretty much got it all. Just jump forward, and you should get in this gap. And then for this last jump at 9, line it up backwards, like this, and then just run, shift lock, and go up, and then you're on 10. So, 10 split into 4 sides, but this is the only unsafe one, because you have to do 9 again. But like, you only have to do the easy soft locks and the ones that you can escape, so it's like, it ain't too bad. But, yeah, so jump forward. The floor 10 is really just being not stupid and just not underestimating any jump. This one, so you can either lodge this jump or you can just do the wrap. I just do the wrap, so I line up here, I go into ghost mode, and I turn a little bit, very slightly to the left, and I just wrap. Hip hitter. This wrap's pretty tricky. You gotta like wrap, and you gotta stay really close to the wall. I start holding W near when I get near the wall, so I have to stay close to it. This jump, make sure you inch out like, decently far. Yeah, that jump is far. That jump's really far. But I'm just gonna keep going, because it doesn't matter. Okay. Attempt at this again. This jump is so ridiculously far. There we go. Yeah, this one is 2. So turn in for this stick out and just stay really close to the wall. This jump. Kinda gotta look where you're going first, so you gotta make it around this wall before turning in. So I like jumping in place before doing it so I can like see the wall over here on this side. And then I just jump. Wrap. And that's like kinda the last hard jump at 10 in my opinion. And then pause in midair before going into that gap. That jump's kind of far. If you don't walk around this, you're lame. You don't have to, but yeah. This jump's fun. So you just gotta like, I like to jump in place before doing it, and you just long jump and you fail it because you stink at the game apparently. But yeah, that's a really far jump. I don't find it that hard usually, but I guess I'm just really bad at the game all of a sudden. Oh, I'm so garbage. My mouse, I'm stupid. Okay, hold on. Okay, we're not gonna fail it again this time, please. There we go. Yeah, you can jump really late there. Anyway, oh my goodness. That's pretty good. Finally. That took a very excessively long time. I just kept failing the same crap over and over again, but whatever. None of these parts are very hard. You just do too many sections and climb up the wind pad. I suppose if you really wanted to skip for this part, you could go over here, and you could just climb up the back here, but that skips, like, one jump, basically. I mean, I guess it skips these two, but, like, they're free. And then, I guess this one's a little difficult, but it's not very hard. I don't know. You don't have to do that. But, oh yeah. First section done. Second section. Trying to go around the cylinder. Crap. Jump forward, shift sideways, both of these. And this, you gotta jump more towards this side, so you actually get on it, like that. Kinda like give yourself like a left angle-ish while you're jumping to it. Alright, and now, final steps. Yeah, so, again, I didn't really prove that I was very consistent, because I kept failing some stuff over and over and over again. But, like, if you search my name in the webhook in the server, I beat this like 5 times in a row or something like that. But these are the strats that I've always used, so nothing's changed about that. So hopefully that's enough proof to show that I'm actually good at this tower and I'm not just staging. But yeah, that's about it. And you get this nice calming music. But yeah. That's pretty much it. Okay, now that I'm finally done with that, to move on to another one. But,